What's going on, guys? Renegade here. Obviously, been a little while since I made a video. I kind of took a little hiatus for a few reasons, which I'll get into. But first, let me start off by saying welcome back if you are a subscriber already, and thank you for your patience. And if you're new here, welcome. As I said, my name is Renegade, and yeah, as if the little intro didn't give you an idea, I got a lot of projects kind of in the works. So, obviously, also, let me start off by saying Happy New Year. You know, we're now into 2023. 2022 was kind of a weird year for me, just because I had a lot of things going on and kind of ended at a weird place for me. So here's hoping 2023 is going to be a better year. So, like I said, I took a little hiatus, and a few reasons for that. One is I kind of went through a depressive slump. Something I'll go into maybe in another video. My life went through some dramatic changes over the last few years, and some of it just kind of caught up on me as so much had changed so fast, and things were kind of just at a weird point. And then also, I just got, frankly, overwhelmed. I mean, I've got a lot of projects, as you saw. I've got the 1991 Volvo 245, the blue one. That one I'm looking at doing a full build on, customizing it, making it better, making it run better, making it be better. Because right now it's basically just bone stock. Although you guys did see me put performance sway bars on, beyond that, it's pretty much just stock. And although that's nice, I'd like it to be a little bit better. I've obviously got my 87 Volvo 245, my black car, my daily driver. That one, I've got a big project hopefully coming up soon. A lot of it has to do with how I can shuffle other projects and everything. I'll get into that later on down the road in the year. I've got my 86 Porsche 944 that currently does not run. In fact, this right here is the cylinder head from the Porsche, which I had to rebuild. We'll talk about that in a moment as well. And then I've got, just over there, just off camera, I have the engine for my R6, my 2006 Yamaha R6, that is still torn apart, and I need to rebuild it. That's been an ongoing struggle. I've got my 1993 XJ600 that currently needs a new idler gear, so I gotta rebuild that motor. I've got my 82 Yamaha Maxim 400 that needs some more motor work, and then I can finish rebuilding it. I've got this garage that I'm sitting in that I've been working on. I've got the house that I've been... It's a lot of projects, and frankly, it got a little overwhelming. And one of the things that honestly made it a little overwhelming, and I'll pull back the curtain and kind of reveal the wizard for a little bit, is like I want to make a lot of content for YouTube. All right, and I want to make a lot of car content, a lot of project content. However, that takes an absorbent amount of time. Figure every time I go to do one of these projects, I have to set up the shots before I do the project. I have to explain what it is that I'm doing and how you go about doing it and why I'm doing it. And then after all is said and done, however long the project takes me with all the added of actually shooting it, I then have to edit the videos, which takes a very long time. So doing something like this Porsche head build, this would take a very long time for me to sit here and explain what I'm doing, how I'm doing, make sure that I've got good camera angles to do it all, then edit it all. It's a lot. So to be honest with you guys, I rebuilt this head without recording it. And part of it was just I wanted a project to do for me, because sometimes, like, I do love being a mechanic as well. It's something I do for fun. So there are times where, like doing this, where I just want to do it for myself. So like I was down here one night, fresh pot of coffee, sat here, tore apart the head, poured and polished it, reassembled it. For the most part, I'm still waiting on one more valve. That's why these springs aren't on. As I said, it's a lot, and it got a little overwhelming. So during the hiatus that I took, just because I needed the break. I needed the break from trying to make myself work, especially on top of like, this is not my job. Okay, I don't make anything off of YouTube, so I have a 9-to-5 job, and my job was pretty taxing, especially coming into the season. We were doing a big remodel of our bathhouse, retiling. I mean, literally doing grout for days on end. It was very taxing on the body, and I was getting home and it was dark and I'm tired, and just everything put together made me kind of stop, take a break. And I took a little bit of time to figure out what I want to do with my channel. Obviously, you know, I've been doing this now for a few years, and I still have a relatively small channel. I mean, right now, at the time of this recording, I've got about 375 subscribers. So it's still a very small channel, a very small community. But I want to build it. I want to build up the community. I want to make this a bigger thing. And it's not because I want to be famous. It's not because I want to be rich. It's because I like the idea of creating a community that we can all talk, start discussions about things, and maybe I can be an inspiration to some people. So I've gotten a couple of comments and questions through various social media outlets about certain projects that I've done. Namely, the big one has been on my R6. I converted the headlight setup, which is normally one eye is low beam, one eye is high beam. I converted that to being both dual filament. So both eyes are now low beam, both eyes are now high beam. I think it's better. I like the look of it better. More visibility is always good in my opinion. I know there's arguments, and we'll get to that all down the road. But I've had people who ask me how I did it, asking me for wiring schematics. I've had people that have told me that I've inspired them to take on projects that maybe they wouldn't have otherwise. Like that's what this channel is about. Like me sharing my life experiences so that you guys out there can learn from it. So one of the things I was thinking about is the fact that, like, not only do I make this content, this motorcycle and automotive content, I also want to put out more about my actual life and more of my actual life experiences. I've lived through some pretty interesting things. I've gone through some pretty rough adversities. And I think that my experience can help other people out there. Yeah, I mean, just off the top of my hat, I've dealt with harassment issues at my job. I've dealt with an extremely dysfunctional family and major baggage, emotional baggage from that. And overall, I mean, I have depression and I have self-esteem issues and all these other things. So I feel like if I were to talk more about that, perhaps there are people out there that can learn from that and that can see, like, hey, you're not alone. Somebody out there is putting this out there. Let's start a discussion. Let's open a line of communication. Let's something. Anything I can do to help, to me, that's kind of the point. I have a platform, why not use it for something good and useful? Obviously, I'm still going to be making automotive and motorcycle content. That is the primary function of this channel, but I do want to get into other things as well. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy the ride with me. And I'll take this moment to say, if you're not already subscribed and you like the idea that I'm putting out there, please hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload a new video. And if you like it, hit the like button, leave me a comment down below. If you've got questions, comments, anything, I always read all the comments. I try to reply if I have a good response or anything like that. You know, there's a lot of people out there from what I've seen on YouTube, and I follow a lot of YouTubers, you know, everybody from Casey Putsch and his crazy builds to Sarah N. Toon, to Motornosity, Chase on Two Wheels with his big wreck bike rebuild, you know, everything. I follow a lot of YouTubers, and I won't name specifics, but I do see a fair amount of them that put the content out there and then that's kind of it. I don't want to do that. All right, I want to build this as a community. Although yeah, sure, I'd love to showcase and kind of show off the things that I'm capable of doing and what I am doing, but I want it to also be a community. I want to discuss things with you guys. That's what this is all about. As I said, if I've got a platform, I don't see any reason why I shouldn't use it to the best of my ability and use it for some good. I said, whether that's inspiring somebody to take on a project or to help someone realize that, you know, their $1,000 car is plenty fine and you can keep it and drive it and have it be good. You don't need to spend a ton of money when you don't have it to buy a new car because you need something to get to and from work. Had that comment happen a few times. Yeah, to just letting people know, like, hey, you got depression, we're out here, you know, you're not alone. Hopefully what I'm saying makes sense. I'm not very good at necessarily putting all of my thoughts into words. Like I said, hopefully you guys like the idea, and hopefully you're looking forward to what's going to come in 2023. So between different content and all the different projects I have. You know, like I said, I got 3 cars I'm working on, 3 motorcycles I'm working on, and who knows, might have a few surprises in store coming maybe soon. We'll see. Yeah. So for me, guys, I hope you all had a good holiday, whether that's Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever. I hope it was a good one. I hope you spend time with the people you care about. I hope you had a good New Year, and that all overall holidays have been good. And I hope you guys are looking forward to everything we can do in 2023. Fingers are crossed, it'd be a good one. That's gonna do it for me for today. Like I said, I just kind of wanted to welcome you guys all to the new year and kind of let you know where things are gonna go in the coming year. And yeah, hopefully I'll be seeing you guys soon. So until then, y'all keep rock and rolling. I'm gonna keep taking care of business. See you next time.